Welcome to 7 Pot Club. I'm Rob.
I grow hot peppers.
Each year, I start a lot of pepper plants indoors. This season, I have 262 plants spread across 4 tables in our basement. Obviously, the plants need light to grow. In this episode, I'm going to show you the lights I use to grow healthy seedlings for planting outdoors. I'm going to talk about how much energy they use, how much light they produce, how much noise they make, and how I work around their biggest limitation. Let's get started. Before we dig in, I'd love to share with you 2 short verses that popped into my addled brain the other day, set to music and written from the perspective of a young pepper plant.
I need the light, strong and clear and bright. I need soil with room for my roots to grow. I've lived all my life under artificial light. Oh, but someday soon I'll see the shining sun.
If you haven't seen it before, here's my setup. I run a fan for a couple of hours a few days a week to simulate wind. This encourages the plants to develop thicker stems. I have 4 trays on each table with 1 light for each. I have another table in the opposite corner with 6 trays. On this table, I'm using my 3 older lights that are not quite as bright. Now, I'm not an expert on indoor plant lighting, and I don't grow indoors year-round, except for 1 air garden in my office. I don't use grow tents, grow boxes, or reflective materials to maximize light. I just need to give a good start to a couple hundred seedlings that will be planted outdoors. I don't have a greenhouse, so this is how I make it work. I was an early adopter of LED grow lights. They're much brighter than fluorescents, they deliver light in the color temperatures that growing plants need, and they're dramatically more energy efficient than metal halide or high-pressure sodium lights. I bought this one 8 years ago from Advanced LED Lights, and back then it cost over $400. That's about 10 times as much as a light of similar intensity costs today. It's rated at 120 watts, and although it's not as bright as the newer models, it's still going strong. While LED technology for plant lighting makes advances every year, most consumer LED grow lights are still constructed like this. A whole bunch of individual LEDs of different colors are arranged in rows in a circular or rectangular housing. I have 4 lights of this type. In addition to the one I just showed you, I have this 300-watt Vipar Spectra purchased in 2017, and 2 of these 1000-watt Hi-Sdard lights I bought last year. This model sports veg and bloom switches to separately control the blue and red LEDs. I just keep both switches on all the time. Here's an Apollo 192-watt light I purchased in 2014. This type of LED grow light is known as COB, which stands for Chip on Board. Multiple bare LED chips are bonded directly to a substrate. You can see this really well on this tiny COB light, which has no lens or reflector covering the chip. Several weeks back, I unboxed my newest light. It's from the improbably named company Hi-Sdard, and has a combination of both types of LEDs. 4 full-spectrum COBs and 16 3-watt LEDs. It's rated at 800 watts. This light also has veg and bloom switches, each of which control half of the lighting elements. When both switches are on, this light is noticeably brighter than my other lights, and the color of light is more pleasing than the purple color of the conventional LEDs. The light seems more focused than my other lights. When I first deployed it, I was doing a daily misting of my newly transplanted seedlings. It was very cold outside and the indoor air was quite dry. Then I noticed damaged leaves on some of the plants. At first I thought it was some kind of blight, but I finally realized that the light was actually frying the wet leaves. This has never happened with any of my other lights. The affected plants have recovered with new healthy growth, but I immediately stopped misting, and I was too afraid to use this light at full intensity until just recently.
If you want to know why I don't have the grow lights on when I'm recording audio here in the basement, just listen.
All these lights have one or more fans, so the power consumed is a combination of the noisy fans and the lighting circuitry. The Hi-Sdard combo light is rated at 800 watts, but consumes 237 watts with both switches on. The others all draw lower amounts, from 155 watts down to about 94 watts, but it definitely adds up. Having all these lights on for 16 hours a day is increasing our electric bill to the tune of about $60 a month. We've subscribed to a wind energy program offered by our local utility, so at least all the energy we're using to power these lights is coming from a renewable source. So now we know how much energy the lights use, but how much light do they produce? This is not a question that can be accurately answered unless you invest in a pricey PAR light meter. PAR stands for photosynthetically active radiation, which means these meters only measure the range of wavelengths actually useful for growing plants. I can't afford one of those. I'm stuck with an iOS app called Lux Light Meter Pro that measures all the wavelengths my phone's camera can see. But it may be useful to measure relative intensity of the different lights and how the light falls off as you move farther away. We'll be doing these readings in foot candles. None of these artificial lights come anywhere close to the intensity of actual sunlight. In the direct afternoon sun, we get measurements of 6,000 to 7,000 foot candles. On our back porch with sun shining through a window, we only get about 300 foot candles. Let's see how that compares to the grow lights. The 800 watt Hi-Sdard combo light measures about 700 foot candles at 24 inches directly under the center of the light. As you might guess, it falls off pretty quickly as you move away from center. Fall off is more intense the farther away you get. These larger lights are supposed to cover a 2 by 4 foot area. The 1000 watt Hi-Sdard conventional LED light measures about 800 foot candles in the center. This is higher than the combo light, which is surprising, but it has a great amount of fall off. When you get to the very edge of the coverage area, the meter registers a tiny fraction of the center reading, although it still looks pretty bright visually. I got similar readings with the 3 older lights, but their center intensity at 24 inches was quite a bit lower. This fall off of light is why I move each tray one position over every day and rotate them in order to balance the amount of light each plant receives. Otherwise, I'd need to have twice as many lights or put them on a motorized track. I only need to light them until they're ready to transplant outside, and I'm happy with how well they do with this setup. If you're interested in buying a grow light, I'll provide Amazon affiliate links in the video description. It seems like manufacturers change models constantly, and although the exact lights I've shown you today may no longer be available, there are similar and probably improved versions you can check out.
If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel and tap the bell to receive notifications as we post new episodes. We now have 7 Pot Club logo t-shirts, hoodies, sweatshirts, and more, all in a variety of colors. We also have this new flying pepper design, courtesy of our friend Nancy Waller. If you're interested, head over to 7potclub.threadless.com. We're working with Nancy and other local artists to create an expanded catalog of spicy designs, so please check back often. And for even more 7 Pot Club, follow our daily updates on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. For 7 Pot Club, I'm Rob.